What's up guys, it's Nyx. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. You're looking gorgeous today, but let's get into it. So before we start, I want to talk about the new, not even new, just the different intro area. So this is essentially just like my bed I'm sitting on. And I used to do all my intros. My first vlog was at my mom's, so you didn't really get to see this, but I had that there, and then I'm getting hot. But in my second video, I started here and it was kind of couch. You saw this tree. This is my compliments tree. You can kind of see I just have like my dance awards on there, which so far highest place is 4th. I'm really hoping for a good year this year. Maybe I should make a vlog about that this year. Who knows? I'm full of ideas, guys, but I don't know what to post. Back to the intro area. I'm getting super sidetracked. So this is my favorite piece. You can't really tell, but like here, you can't really tell so. But it says Sam Colby versus World under it, and it's a poster that only a few people have. And if that doesn't tell you what it is, and you're not a you're a Sam and Colby fan, what are you thinking? Because that is the poster that they gave away at the 500 Mall of America. Well, not the 500, but the Mall of America meet and greet that I went to. And if you haven't watched that vlog, go watch it. But this one is my second vlog, kind of, where Amber Shawl inspired me to do an entire room clean out, and I'll put it here, it's like cleaning my room extreme. But Amber Shawl inspired me, and so I have her quote, "What if it doesn't come true? But what if it does?" So that, I thought that was kind of nice just to add to the wall, so I will probably end up adding more to it. Who knows, maybe I'll add something kind of for every little bit and piece of my life, which is kind of what this entire wall is. I don't know if you guys will ever see this entire wall, but the whole reason this is here and this exact placement is both because this is my intro area, but also because I had a weird Dream SMP phase, and this is covering that. It's what I'll say the most. So if you go watch my other videos, you can see it, obviously. Oof, I'm stuttering. There's so much behind these videos that I cut out. I really can't. What if I just start live streaming me filming videos so you could actually see? I don't think anybody would actually be interested in me talking to a camera. Well, it's not even a camera, it's my phone, but who knows? Maybe one day it'll come true where I'll be talking to not 8 subscribers, but maybe 8,800. I'd be happy with like 50 subscribers. But if you want to help me complete that like dream or goal, go down, press subscribe. I know this is such a weird time to plug, but this is my 4th video, okay? Cut me some slack. But go subscribe. It takes 1 second. It's free, and you can unsubscribe later if you come back to me and you decide you don't like how my content is, which I understand. I'm not for everybody. No YouTuber is meant for everybody. And make sure you also like the video, because that's the only way I know you like my video. And leave a comment if you have any suggestions on videos you want to see, if you want more talking like this one, or you want me to do something. But now that I'm done ranting about all of that, let's get into what I started for this video. And I don't know what the title for this video is yet, because this is so last minute. Usually I don't just sit down and talk to my phone, which honestly this is kind of weird because I'm literally alone in my house and I'm just here talking to my phone. But I'm trying to imagine it like I'm talking to you, the viewer. But let's finally get into this video today, which is definitely by the title. I'm probably gonna put something about like talking about my Sam and Colby meet and greet experience. But if you haven't watched my video where I did go meet them and I showed all of that, definitely go watch it if you like Sam and Colby. But let's kind of start at the beginning where they first announced it. So when they first announced it, I screamed. Literally, because on Twitter they were all like, oh, we have something cool to announce tomorrow. And I was like, huh, maybe I'll look at it, maybe it's something cool that I can actually participate in. When I saw they were going to be in the Mall of America, so the reason I was at my mom's was because it was her week, obviously, and she lives 15 minutes away from the Mall of America. I don't know how I got so lucky to be right there by him, but like, when I saw, I was like, oh my god. So I talked to my dad about it and I'm like, okay, you're gonna be with your mom that week, just go see if she'll take you. So she took me, obviously, but neither her or my sister knew who they were prior, so I showed them some video. I showed my sister Samantha and Colleen because she's 8 and she doesn't like the horror at all. She's terrified of all of that. But my mom, she's more into that, so showed her some of that. Also, anyone else who doesn't watch them and is kind of into like the paranormal, go watch them. They literally saved my life. But back to it. So that kind of 2 days before we were down there, my mom had COVID like a few days before we went down, so I was really nervous because just like if she has COVID, it's complicated, but we ended up making it. So you can kind of see in the beginning of that video, I'm like stressing because I was kind of DMing people through TikTok like about like how many people are there. So there were people being like, oh yeah, there's already like 100 people there, there's this many people there, there's that many people there. So I was already just so nervous, but she was also talking to somebody through like a Facebook group. But the 2 days before was just so stressful for me. It was me entirely just being like, what if we don't make it in time? What if there's already 500 people there? What if we don't meet them? But obviously they met a lot of people, so yeah, that was something. But like I said, I didn't sleep for a good 48 hours, maybe somewhere around 50, I'd guess, but which, if anybody hasn't told you this, that's not good for your mental health, especially when you're combining it with stress and all of that. So it was a whole thing. But we got there, I think I said in my video, we got there around, I think 4 a.m. We left about like 3:45. We were up at 3, but like I said, we were there for 13 hours. So we were there, we walked in and we were like, oh, we're definitely within the 500. Because I don't know if you guys like saw or even went or saw anything about it. There was like these barriers and then everything else was kind of like line if you got there at that point. So we were good like halfway through the barriers, maybe 3/4, who knows. But like, cause we kept getting condensed and they were like, okay, we're gonna move forward, because everyone was kind of spaced out, obviously, because nobody wants to be like that close to everybody. But I did my makeup literally on rain on and off, so like every like 2 seconds I had to stop and like cover my face like that so the rain wouldn't ruin my makeup. Also, if you haven't seen my outfit from that video, I loved that outfit. It was so pretty. Even though I did end up replacing the shirt with my Currently Fighting Demon shirt, which I still wear all the time, and I love it. But God, I'm 10 minutes in and I haven't even gone to most of it. But so essentially the rest of that was just me. I did my makeup and we just kind of sat in line in the rain on and off. But my mom ended up talking to the people in front of us, and then so me and my sister kind of started talking, and those people, oh my god, we ended up being best friends. Well, good friends. It was so fun to actually meet people there and all the people around us eventually, because we sat in a line, like I said, over 13 hours just sitting by each other. So obviously we kind of talked a bit. Everyone I met and talked to was super cool. Until you get to the one part, which I'll get into in a little bit. So like I said, we were kind of talking a bit. We finally got moved in, so we decided, yep, we're friends. We're friends. We're gonna stick with each other. So for the entirety of the day, we just kind of hung out together. Even at the end of the day, we ended up getting dinner together. Also, if those people end up seeing it, I'm not sure if you're comfortable with me saying your name, but you know who you are. I miss you guys. You guys were amazing, but we ended up having dinner with them. It was super fun. Oh my god, the food was so good, but it was kind of like weird, you know? But we got into the mall around 7 a.m., a little bit later, but so we kind of just stood there, and obviously no one has ate breakfast at that point. So my mom tried to go get Starbucks because that was the only thing open at the time. Oh my god, if I were to I should put like a screenshot of the text. But like the entire time it took so long to get the food. So long. And I finally got my sandwich. You can see in the video I'm just like, "Oh my god, thank you, God." So that was definitely an event, but I kind of mentioned so we kind of just sat there for a little bit, and then I kind of mentioned in my vlog at the end that I ran into some people from school. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but my mom just kind of jokingly yelled out one of their names because she didn't know any better, which on it I was upset with her at the moment, but I kind of see now it's kind of I kind of did it to myself, but that was really only it. So me and him, we kind of talked for like, he's like a grade below me though. So he was kind of like, "Oh my god, how long have you guys been here?" And we're like, "Oh, since like 4 a.m. So we just kind of joked a little bit. That just to be clear, when I say like what did happen later, this kid is not nice. I'm gonna put it simply. He's just kind of a dick, to be honest. I don't like him. But I'm not saying all around he is, because I don't know him that well, but to me, he's not the best kid. So we kind of talked for like 2 seconds, then he went on with his day because obviously he wasn't here for that. But so we wait in line for more hours. It's pretty simple. Wristbands come along. If you haven't heard anything about like the horror stories literally about any of this, it's something, but here's my experience. We saw them starting to like hand them out. If you kind of saw, you could see like it was like zoomies here, and then it was like a big loop around. We were over here. Zoomies was all the way over here. More like there. I don't know how to explain it, but we saw them kind of around the bend, so everyone was getting excited. We got counted like earlier that morning, and they were like, "Yeah, you're around like 325, so you should be able to get it." So everyone was like, "Yay, yay!" You could hear people screaming. I mentioned it in my video. You could hear them screaming throughout the entirety of it, being like, "Oh my god, we made it!" But oh my god, not everyone made it. Who got told they were. So we finally got handed out our wristbands, and we were all happy. And then my mom, she went to the bathroom, so she was kind of there when everyone else was getting their wristbands finally, and she watched the last person get their wristband and the person before it. So she came back from the bathroom, and she was like, "Yeah, I know, I watched it. People were crying, screaming, and just so upset at the workers." And I felt so bad for the workers because I talked to some of them. They were the coolest people, man. Oh my god, Zoomies employees, cool as shit. Oh my god, I love them guys. But they were getting yelled at, security was getting yelled at. It was a whole thing. So me and said friend I made, we, like later, because this is around, I'd say noonish, maybe a bit later. So we were kind of trying to go down by like Zoomies across to see if like we could see them. But there's people being like, "What the fuck? Why are they over here?" So very unwelcoming. If you had a wristband and you went over where like people who didn't have wristbands, they were rude. They were rude, and that's kind of my like horror story. So we get back in line after that because we're like, we don't want to deal with that. But I didn't mention we got merch before wristbands, so that was nice. Because they had it where like you could go in and shop for a little bit before they closed it, so they could start setting up for the meet and greet and all of that. But yeah, so then we got back in line after getting obviously cursed out, and we came across the kid and his family again. This is kind of the topic where I'm not going to talk a lot about it just because it kind of did affect me a lot. So he was like being all taunting, and he used my dead name. If you don't, I don't mention it a lot, but Nyx isn't my biological name. But he kind of tauntingly was like, hey, dead name. And then I was like, don't talk to me, you rat, because if you don't know me IRL, you rat kind of seems like an insult. I tell that to everyone, everything. So I'm not saying like, oh, they should have known, because obviously I talk to it with a lot of people. I know not everyone interprets the things that I say the same way I do, because that's just how it works. So I kind of get it, but he was with his like grandma, and she came up to me. This is probably like the most I'm gonna say about this topic, just because I don't need all of that. So, and she was like, being a bitch in life doesn't get you that far. And that's all I'm going to talk about that. So, we finished that interaction. My mom's kind of just talking to her, getting her to go away. And I'm standing over there. I'm almost crying. I'm literally trying not to cry. The only thing holding me back from crying is my makeup. Because my makeup was in the car, and I didn't want to redo my makeup and risk losing my line. Like, my place in line, not my line. Jesus. I'm messing up my words, but that experience truly was, that entire day was so up and down for me. It was insane. Oh my god. But obviously I'm over it now. It was just kind of one of those random things that kind of gets to you in the moment, but later you look at it and be like, damn. But we didn't interact with them at all that day. They walked past us a few times, but we just kind of ignored them. And then we got up to where we started being moved and people were being met. It was crazy. If you watched any of like the videos on TikTok or like YouTube or anything, it's just Sam and Colby, Sam. It was, in the moment, it didn't feel real. I'm gonna put in a picture here. It was just like these like stands at the floor below us had like the free Sam Colby in their mug shots. It was hilarious. Oh my god. Oh my god, everyone there. It was amazing. I had an amazing time. But we started moving in. That's when it was also exciting. We continued moving, and we finally kind of got up there where like we were in like the final bend, so we were just kind of looking at merch, because like there's a guy being like, yeah, we got merch. So then my mom and Clem's my sister, they got some merch there, so because they didn't go in the store, but we were just kind of going along, and then we kind of got up there. Oh my god, I didn't include it in my video because I was literally, my phone was about to die. But so kind of like right after the merch, like you can probably find it on Explore Club. They were doing like a who's most likely to kind of thing. So we got interviewed for that. I actually got a bag for doing that. So me and my friend, we did that. It was so funny. One of the questions was like, who takes longer to get ready who do you think takes longer to get ready in the morning? So I go, Colby, to put on his skinny jeans. And my friend was like, I was gonna say the same thing except for about Sam, and it was hilarious. But it's like, oh my goodness. But anyways, we did that. We were kind of getting around the bend. This is where I keep getting sidetracked. So this is back where like I was like, I didn't include this in the video because my phone was about to die. But me and my friend, she saw him like smile. It was like we saw like Colby a little bit, because Sam kept getting covered by both the camera and like a security guard. And a person in front of us was like, oh my god, you can see them, and turned to us because she could obviously see we were fangirling too. So I told myself that entire day, I'm not gonna fangirl when I see them. I'm not gonna fangirl. In this moment, I fangirled, because like my friend, she looked and was like, oh my god, she turned away, and I was like, it can't be that much. So I look over, you had to like look over people and like hold onto a bar to like bring yourself up a bit to see. But Oh my god, in this moment, I saw him kind of smile. I literally almost started crying. I turned away. I went out to like the other side of the bar. If you ever been to the Mall of America, you know, like you can see through the levels. So I kind of went over to that. I sat there. I was just like, oh my god, smile! Oh my god, what you guys don't understand unless you've met them. Oh my god. His fucking smile. So in our video, we kind of got right there. Right as we got in, they went on lunch, which I wasn't upset about. Obviously, we probably got to see them in one of the best moods they've ever been in because they just ate. But they walked back out and I was like, hi! And then Colby, I have a picture, I should put it right here again. There's a picture of Colby just like, because he was saying hi to us and we made eye contact. I don't know if we actually did, but I'm Delulu, so we made eye contact in my heart. In my heart. So I was like, oh my god! It was a whole thing, but so we finally made it around that wrap pretty quickly, and I went up to meet them, and oh my god, that's a core memory, and that moment was like core memory, and you can kind of hear it in the video. Also, if you haven't seen it, you can go on my TikTok, which I'll put that here. Or you can go watch that other video. I don't care. But you can also go on my Instagram where I also posted it. You can hear in the video, I hug Colby and he's like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, hi! Because I'm about to cry. So then I give them my art that I made that got damaged by the rain. And you can see on both of their faces. Now the screenshot, Sam was just and like Colby was just like, and I was just like, I drew this, and then I gave them some rocks. So Sam had like the picture, and then I gave Colby the crystals, and obviously we did like the little heart thing where I was like that, and then they were like that. They struggled a bit with that, just a little bit, but I was kind of like explaining it because Sam. So this is my hand. Sam was like this. I was like, yeah, no, like this, and he went, oh. So Colby had to put the crystals down because I gave him crystals. I don't know if I mentioned that. So then we were doing that. I was like here, and then Sam was like, yes, we're touching tips, and nobody else heard it. Nobody else heard it. My mom didn't hear it. My friends didn't hear it. My sister didn't hear it. So, and you can hear it in the video. You can. I promise you. You can hear it. You just kind of have to pay attention. It's like when they put listen into their videos and you don't hear shit. It's kind of like that situation, but after that and meeting them, getting that picture with them, I met them, I got the poster, and they were like, bye, and I watched my sister and my mom meet them. That was so sweet, but after that, my mom, she kept pointing out, they didn't smile as hard with us as they did with you. They smiled, like, I was like, Mom, okay, shut up, because you can tell. I'm not even gonna deny it. You can tell, especially with Colby. He was smiling so hard in my picture, and then it was just kind of like, heh. Blake in my picture is like smiling so big. It was crazy. And then Sam, of course, I say this about every picture I see with Sam. He's always like, eh. I find it funny. But like he was like in my picture and he was kind of like in their pictures, so that was kind of special to me. But also I just kind of dragged my mom and my sister along, so I don't think they cared that much. But yeah, no, after that I got the poster. We kind of sat, me and my friends, we sat outside and everyone was like, oh my god, how was it? But me and my friend, we were crying. We were crying, and so everyone was like, and I was the entire time I was like, oh my god, their smiles, they're so kind, their hugs, I can't get over their hugs were so nice. Like, if you ever, like, I'm not one of those crazy Delulu girls that are like, they're my boyfriends, this is my boyfriend, blah 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 blah. Yes, I'll joke about it, but I'm not like, I'm gonna kill their girlfriends, which I've said it before, I love their relationships, it's so cute and I love them. But I was like, oh my god, their hugs are like the best thing ever, I will say. it was amazing to just be able to experience that. And but like I said, we walked out. I waited for my mom and my sister because they had to pick up their merch, obviously. We were walking out. It was so fun. All these people, we talked to the merch guy again because like I said, those Zoomies employees, fucking amazing. Oh my god, they were amazing. But we kind of talked to him for a little bit, and it was like, yeah. And it was fun. And then we went and got dinner, and that's how we ended our day. Long ass day. Oh my god. And my sister likes to complain about it, and I'm like, at least you got sleep that night. At least you got sleep. But what I didn't mention, my friend stayed in the same hotel as Sam and Colby, so she met them the night before. And I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. And she was like 5 doors down from them too. That was insane. That was insane for her. I was just like, oh my god, I would have like combust. I would, like, if I saw them in the same hotel as me. So, but like I said, 15 minutes away from the mall with my mom. So I was safe from death. But not a death of a panic attack. I cried, I screamed, I just lay numbly in my bed that entire night. You can kind of see in that video, I was kind of off. If you watch any of my other videos, that's usually how I act more normally, but that first video of me is just me unhinged as fuck. But yeah, that day after though, I ended up getting banned on TikTok, so for some reason that affected me so much. I think it was just because I was still sleep deprived. I was still kind of riding that high of everything is going good in life right now after meeting them. And then that all happened, so that like 3 days, like from the 8th to 11th. Yes, I did have to count. I'm not very smart. It was just me crying on and off, and now I kind of look back at it and I was like, oh my god, that was insane. But that's within those same 3 days, on the 11th, my dad said, yeah, you can start a YouTube channel. So look at me now, posting my 4th video on the same day I am editing and filming it. It's like 3 in the afternoon, so I should have recorded this earlier. But look at me go with my time management. I made brownies yesterday. That was supposed to be for my video. That was supposed to be today's video. It didn't work. I'll do a baking video in the future though, if you guys are interested in that. Also, any other suggestions, I'll say it again, go down and comment it, like the video, subscribe. I'm not gonna keep rubbing it in your face, I promise. I have been talking for half an hour. Look at me go. Like I said, I should start a podcast. Jesus, I told myself this was gonna be like a 10-minute video. This is gonna be like one of my 20-minute videos, maybe 25. But that kind of concludes my like story about all of that. I will say I would do it over and over again, because you know, people tell you don't meet your idols. Meet Sam and Colby, because meeting them is one of the like first times I remember being genuinely happy. It's one of those times where I'm able to look and be like near someone, near the people who saved me, and nobody can prepare you for that feeling that you feel then, of just actual joy. It's it's crazy, but I would do it again, over and over and over. I would love to be able to meet them again, but me and my mom, we were kind of talking like that's probably the only time that's ever going to be able to happen to me, ever. So the fact I was able to experience it at all, I am extremely grateful for. But I think I'm done yapping for today. So if you're looking gorgeous, make sure you subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe later. Like the video, because that's the only way I know you like it. And leave a comment on what you want to see in the future. I love you guys. Follow your dreams.